What it is yo girl Cadillac. Yes, I'm Cadillac Dixon. I'm the drama like prison wife. I'm the legally blind artist that is rapping and painting for justice, hoping girl to see justice before all face to black. Yeah, it's your girl Cadillac. So this is going to be part two. We were interviewing Mary, and she was telling you about the injustice that she is going through, where they have taken her home, they have filed different laws that are not correct, and now she is displaced and about to be on the street very soon. So she wants to continue to tell her story. So let's just jump right back into it. Oh, also remember, go check out the first part in the previous interview that we did. I will link that in the description box below.
I'll say so. As I was saying, um, these Silver Star Village mobile home park is 55 and plus. Is for disabled. Hey, it's for disabled and elderly people. So the people, they don't fix up the property, so the property is messed up. Work orders that are under the law that they're supposed to fix, they're not doing it. So if you complain about it, then they start harassing, retaliating against you, and this is what they did to me.
Now, I'm very accustomed to that happening and dealing with apartments. I've never been in a mobile home, but I have had in several instances where you complain and it's almost to where you don't want to complain. You just kind of take whatever they do because they can actually put you out. In Florida, they don't really have to even give you a reason of why they putting you out.
The thing is that a homeowner cannot have a landlord. And see, and the thing is that counting on the judges, they're supposed to know the difference. Any dummy should know that.
Oh no, I'm just saying that they do retaliate. Exactly. So, whenever you bring things to their awareness. I mean, that's everywhere. We know that.
This is what she did. But the thing is that, see, I met her in 2014 when I was living in some apartments that she was apartment manager, and she had, when I got ready to move in, my apartment wasn't ready. So they were supposed to be going, fixing the apartment up as they go along. But somebody broke into my apartment from the inside. Okay? So as I complained, that's when she started trying to harass me then. And the person that broke into my house from the inside was her fiance. Because he had came out that morning to do work orders. But he said he had to stop because he had to go to lunch. So I left to go to work. As I came home early, I noticed that the windows and stuff was open. But anyway, they ended up, when she first started, I guess she probably would have got as far as the same as now.
So her and her husband worked at the same place.
They still work
at the same place.
Exactly. So the thing is that
is her husband as well ex-offender or?
Oh yes, he's a felon. He's still under suspicion of where a child ended up dead, and nobody know who killed the child, but he's still under suspicion. But he when he over there houses again, getting to breaking in and everything. That started when she started working there in 2017. But what she do?
And we just have to say allegedly.
Allegedly. Okay.
for YouTube purposes.
But anyway, so what happened is that I'm supposed to use mobility equipment, and they refuse. And
we see the walker you have here. And the mobility equipment you were saying was a scooter, right?
The scooter, my wheelchair. Or as you can see, I have a walker.
But the house wasn't accessible for it.
No, what it was is that when I purchased the house in 2016 and the driveway was messed up, I was told and promised that they would have that fixed before I moved in. See, I bought this house with not on no mortgages because it wasn't that much. So so instead of them fixing the driveway, which the law requires them to do this, they would not do it. So it was like the judge, if she had just listened, if I paid my rent, lot rent, every month with no problem, even during the pandemic, why would I all of a sudden don't pay rent? That's why it makes me feel that the judge may have something to do with this. Because her name is on several of these cases that she have granted, and they filed as landlords. So you a judge.
So she's just routinely doing it then. Maybe she is unaware. She's just kind of putting
because
it.
See, if she was unaware, on October the 12th, I sat there and I told her, I said they quoted the landlord, they quoted the mobile home law, but they filed this eviction under landlord tenant, which is chapter 83. So now I done gave you, if I know if they lawyer probably caught on to it, why she didn't. And even though so, she is the judge. She's supposed to know the difference. Anything that's mobile, that's yours. That's your own personal property. Anything that's attached to the ground is real property. What was so hard for you to look at the difference? I'm not going to lean light on her, because what I am going to do is file a complaint against her with the what do they call it, the judicial system qualifications or whatever. I have it wrote down. I'm filing a complaint against her, also a lawsuit, because I tried to tell her. Then what she did, she cut me off in the audio court because she could just hit a button, and you don't want to hear what nobody got to say. When I tried to explain to her that my doctor had me under strict bed rest, I am not supposed to be going down to no courthouse, walking all that at the time, because the last time I went down there, I ended up having an attack because it was too far of a walk for me. And so when I tried to explain this to her, and explain to her that, okay, look, you taking money out of my income that I use to buy medicine that my Medicare doesn't pay for. You cut me off. That's a violation of my civil rights. You did not give me a chance to speak on my behalf, no whether if I had attorney or not. But she was going on, well, the hearing is going to be rescheduled and this and that and that. But you never got a chance to listen to what I had to say. And then you telling me to schedule, and the reason why it's rescheduled because the plaintiff experienced problem during the hurricane. The only experience that they experienced, which allegedly, they were sitting out on the porch getting high the night before court. She was sitting outside smoking dope.
Oh, we can't say dope.
But she was sitting out.
Who is substance?
She was sitting out doing illegal substance. That's what and they was drinking. So this is why she couldn't make it to court the next day. But the judge had sympathy for her and not for me. So this is why also, cause it's like, I don't know, maybe it's, I'm just pissed because I felt as though I was not heard. Then I hired an attorney to do what was right, and he took my money, and because of him, they took my house. And she did, she filed illegal eviction. He was hired to straighten this out. He did nothing. This man did nothing. When I go into my file, he did not even submit nothing on my behalf in that case. What I had gave him, and I even told him, I say, look, I have a video of me putting the block rent in the door. I have a video. He did not care. The judge didn't care, because they say when you doing court, you can't use audio or video. That's not fair, because nowadays that's your
evidence. You can't use it.
That's your evidence. That's correct.
They say you can't use that. I never heard of that.
Not the video court, but like if you're in court. I asked the attorney to file for.
Oh, because you can't. But they could have set up like a screen or something. And if it is a Zoom court, why wasn't they able to put the links to the video in the Zoom?
Maybe if my lawyer had stepped up and on my behalf, he did nothing. He sat right there. He didn't even say anything. Then so when I called him on February the 6th, And I'm asking him somebody, well, wait a minute. I said, that's the evidence I gave you back when it's court. I say, what did you do with it? I said, you never filed it in court. He was yelling and screaming at me like I was a nobody. It's what he done. So I'm like, I'm hurt. I'm hurt. And only thing I could try to do is probably go tomorrow and try to cipher out whatever I could cipher out before they put a 24-hour notice on my door. She gave them my house. She sit there and signed a writ of possession under real property law. And it states that on the paper that she signed. Real property is like this place. It's attached to the ground. You can't pick it up and move it. A mobile. When it says mobile, that means it's on wheels. That means that's yours. No matter what they filed, she should have knows the difference. So whatever they destroy of mine,
well, I would say it's somewhat like
I'm going to file a
when you
lawsuit
pay
for
for a parking garage or something, and it's your car. They can't take your car and give it to somebody else because it's parked in the parking garage.
Exactly.
So it's very similar to...
Exactly, because it's mobile. You can't... How can you take somebody's stuff that they paid for and give it to somebody else that ain't bought it, ain't paid for it, no nothing? How could you do... That's the same thing as when you watch on the TV where they do the titles... what is it, that title steal something where they can steal your house. This is like... Our mobile says like that. And then the thing is so the lawyer told me when I told him, I said, he said, well, let me see what the judge say. Then he gonna tell me, instead of him even calling me back, 2 days go by. I email him. He says, well, the judge ain't gonna go for it. Go for what? I said, what, the truth? The evidence that I have to show? How the judge can't go for the evidence that I have to show? And he say, well, just get ready because then I already signed a writ and a 24-hour notice.
Now, I want to interject something right here real quick.
I'm like...
Because it proves a point. Now, I'm the OG prison wife. Oh, wow. I'm the OG prison wife. And a lot of the reason why my husband is in prison unjustly and wrongly is because of the injustice that flow up and down, back and forth through the criminal court system. But I also wanted to, and nobody cares because it deals with criminals per se, but everybody actually is innocent until proven guilty, but they feel like you're a criminal, so people don't care. But I also want to touch on this injustice is not just happening in criminal cases. And I keep telling people that they really should care about the injustices happening in courts because it's not just with that. I have been done unjustly through a slip and fall, a personal injury. They're doing people unjustly. Through landlord-tenant, they're doing people unjustly. This injustice runs back and forth, up and down, left and right through the courthouses here in Florida. And this is why people should care, because when things like this happen, it really ain't nowhere you can go because the courts is basically the exit to the injustice, but they are filled with injustice. And that I just wanted to pinpoint that, to put a little note and a stamp it that, see, it doesn't have to always be criminal. It affects us daily. We should want justice.
Because it's illegal to try you on a case that does not pertain to you. That's illegal. And then when this attorney said there wasn't nothing he could do, I knew he was lying because I'd already found out he could have filed a motion of reversal because of the illegal filing of that. He could have filed an appeal. He chose not to.
Now I'm wondering, now in criminal courts, I don't know if these are the same judges or whatever, but there's a lot of alliances there. That are behind the scenes that happens in criminal cases. Now I'm wondering if in these civil cases, if it's the same type of alliance-ship that's happening, that it's tit for tat and favor for favor and things
It,
of
it
that
could be, it
sort.
could be, because this is a civil matter. This is a civil matter. This is a violation of my rights. It's just the same way if I go steal a car and I give it to you. You understand what I'm saying? That means that if you get caught in that car, you're going to get in trouble just as well as me. And that's the thing. You took away something, my personal property, and you gave it to somebody else. And then let's say somebody else, a convicted felon that's not going to never do right. She is so nasty and dirty to it's ridiculous. And this is what she do. These people, and then I'm going to tell you, I'm saying these people are crooked. They will sit there and say she don't like you, and she will make your rent payment disappear. Means she sent it back, but she held it by law. By you holding that rent, you accepted it, whether you cashed it or not. You have to give me a reason why you sent it back. That's the law in the mobile home. She didn't send me that. None of that. I got none of that. The only notices that I have that says that I owe is once she collected my money. Then she started sending all these notices with different prices on it that I owe. Now, she said I owed it for a lot cleaning fee. In the mobile home law, it says that the park owner is responsible for maintaining their property. The lot cleaning fee, she want to show me a point that she was going to make me pay for her cutting down my trees and plants. So what she did was there was no notice of no violation, no nothing. And I have, proof and everything. I even have a text message. Well, on the 11th of June, I sent a text to the district manager, and I said, Rory sent back my rent payment. My lot rent payment. For what? I say chapter 8356 states that, I said because she says I had a violation from March 30th. Chapter 8356 states that any time a violation or 7-day notice is served, if you collect rent within that time frame, that is no good no more. She had no notices, no nothing. The only thing she had was her lies, and the judge sat back and gave her that. And I'm not going to stop with this right now.
But who is the higher court to address it to? How do you
find out right now?
Go above?
Right now, my thing is to try to find a place to live. I'm going to lose a lot of my stuff that's in my house because I don't have an apartment, nowhere to take it to. My funds are funny and stuff. I have to. Majority of the stuff that I need to get, I have to put it in my car and try, leave it there until I can find a place to live. Stuff
which is kind of tight in Orlando.
It's like I just knocked my stove I bought with an air fryer in it, made it to a conventional stove. I have always wanted, because I am a baker, I'm a cooker, and I haven't had my stove not even 2 years. So I'm not going to let them get it. I have nowhere to put it, so I'm going to end up having to give it away to somebody. It's too late to try to sell it. It's too far down the line to try to sell it to someone. So I have nowhere to put it, so I will break it from piece to piece.
So before we get ready to close up again, I want you to make a plea we don't know where this video is going and who may see it. It may be somebody that can help. You never know. So the beauty of YouTube is you can reach beyond your immediate circle. And I know I've helped as much as I can, and I don't know what all I could do, but what is it that if anybody can help you, what is the help that you're needing that we can do that can kind of assist in things?
I don't want to see nobody see me put down like this because I'm not.
But we all go through things when we get down. We all need each other. If this is your time that we help you, it'll come around when we'll need the help back. So what is it that we can do that can help you get back on your feet?
A place to live. I need to get an attorney. I just don't know. It's like you know, it's like all of this stuff is so much pressure on my health. I have cancer. I have high blood pressure, and I have asthma and things like that. So, and my health is no good, and this stuff. I haven't really had no sleep in like 3 or 4 days. I go to sleep, I wake up because I'm studying, thinking about what they've done to me. All because I complained for them to fix my driveway so I could use my mobility equipment, and raw sewage was bagging up in my house and they would not fix it. So because I complained, the judge gave them my home. I have the title to it.
So I'm gonna say, if you don't have no immediate like exact request, I'm gonna request that guys please share her interview on whatever social media you may have. We don't know who we may be able to reach that can help us.
That has a permit or something, whatever.
We're in the
here,
Orlando, Florida area,
and it's like I get Social Security, which is not very loud. These apartments out here is so much. I think the cheapest I've seen apartment was like $12.50.
and they still want you to meet 3 times.
And you got to make 3 times the amount of rent, or that's it. So I
Now, what about another mobile situation? What if another mobile park comes up or available?
I'm afraid because, number one is because I'm getting so now I can't maintain a lot of things because my health is continuing to fail. I mean, it's like my hands, if y'all can see these. It's look like this now, but just wait till in the morning. They look like, what is his name? Frankenstein hands. They're swollen and they're turning. I can't hardly use my hands anymore. I should be in a wheelchair, but I don't have a wheelchair yet. I'm on this walker. I be in so much pain every day. And so, I just, it's to me, if anybody feels that they're going to help me, even with a lawyer, if they are an attorney or something like that, that knows this mobile home law or something that can help me even pro bono, I appreciate that, because I'm losing stuff that I have worked hard for, that I cannot take with me out that house because I have no time, because my lawyer didn't do anything for me. Nothing. This stuff, they signed this stuff back in January. Any day now, they're going to put that on possession on my door and put me out my home. They're going to put me out. So I don't have, once this place, I was trying to get up enough funds and stuff, whatever, to fix the house. What's the purpose? I'm glad I hadn't started fixing it. So I'm just, I can't see how people can do that to disabled people, elderly people. I mean, they will sometimes even take the people rent and pretend like they never got it just to evict people from the home. And they constantly doing it under the landlord-tenant law when they're not supposed to do it. So I just want to maintain myself a steady place to live, and then I'm going to go to work on this. I do have some knowledge of law and everything, but I really refuse to let them do this to me. I refuse to be a victim of this woman or this people. I refuse to be a victim. I'm a victim now, but I refuse to let it go this way. I worked for that money. I paid for my house. I was so happy because even down through life, this was the very first time that I became a homeowner. The very first time. I had never been a homeowner. And I was really happy when I bought this place. And this place has caused me so much pain and misery. This is why probably my health is failing as fast as it is, because I'm studying. These people have been harassing me and retaliating against me now since 2021. That's just how long I have to go through this. And then I would have to sit up at night because they kept trying to break in my house or whatever. One day they high-speed chase through the park. They chased me in my car through the park one night, all the way out on the street. They chased me. I called the police. The police thought I was crazy because, oh, this is a senior park. They're not doing it. Yes, they are.
Wow.
And then when you go into the reviews of this park, the name of this mobile home park is Silver Star Village Mobile Home 55 Plus, located at 2530 North Hiawassee. Pull up the reviews of this woman, Roramina Amario, and you all will see exactly what I'm talking about.
And then I gotta put the disclaimer, I'm sorry, because you said that the views reflected of the interviewee is not necessarily the views of the channel. But I am giving her the platform to stand. I'm gonna stand with you. And all right, thank you guys. Thank you, Mary, for giving us your interview. I hope that in some way this does help. And just thank you guys for being there. Just share the video as much as you can so we can get the word out. All right, hiss your girl Cadillac.